Howdy folks, welcome to part 22 of Let's Play Mother 2 Deluxe. Today we are doing the second of the fully powered up Your Place areas. It's actually the third Your Place area, but the second fully powered up one because Titanic Ant is the first one. Anyways, let's show off all the bad guys contained within this area. See what kind of badness we have to deal with. Here are some of the new fully powered up monsters. We have ourselves a couple of wicked mushrooms, as well as tougher mobile sprouts. So let's just start doing... Actually, I want to do the biggest of flash. That might be surprisingly effective. Let's do fire. Jeff, check the mushroom first. And we'll do Starstorm. Because I imagine the next batch of enemies we fight will have one of them we can look at. Probably the sprouts. 754 HP. Speed's not crazy high. Luck's pretty good. Very vulnerable to fire. A lot of stuff. Not hypnosis or brain shock, though. Also not death resistant. So I'm glad I didn't do beam there. So that is tremendous. Let's see how flash works here. Numb. Instantly killed the mushroom. Yeah, Flash Omega's a tough customer against normal mobs of enemies. I don't know if it's really worth it on bosses, really, so much. Anyway, it had like, what, 600 hit points or so. Luck's not the greatest. Still vulnerable to fire freeze. 100% vulnerable to flash. So let's just take out these guys right here. And there's one more enemy we can take out in the fully powered up Your Place. Then we'll go ahead and fight the boss. So off screen, I went ahead, got a few more bentos. Also, this is a great place to level up. You can start fighting the wicked mushrooms here, I think, around the time you arrive at Deep Darkness. It's either when you arrive at Deep Darkness or after you beat Return of Belch. Either way, it's a great place to grind. You might want to do that before the Stonehenge base. Just FYI. But before we went off screen, I'm trying to say, we did some stuff. We got some more large pizzas. I grabbed a few horns of life. I grabbed some fungicide in case we do get mushroomized on the way. We don't have to go back and take a dip in the hot spring. And a few more bentos of enlightenment. And there's a... Can I isolate one of the the upgraded Ran boobs, which are now Ran goons. So let's go ahead and just go full bore. Let's try Flash Omega again, because it was so effective the first time. And we'll also check. And we also got the jump on them anyway, so... Let's go ahead and do all of this stuff. Rangoon, 890 HP. Not a ton of speed. Lots of luck, though. 50-50 on fire. Pretty vulnerable to flash. Resistant enemy. Okay, so we can't instant kill them. Because they are resistant. But they're crying, so that's good. No instant kill that time. That's why Omega's not like Flash Omega's not necessarily good to use. Because was that really worth 48 PP? I'm not sure that it was. But we'll do another Starstorm. They'll be mostly kaput after this. Then I'm gonna leave and recover all of my stats. Then I'll meet you back pretty much here. I also grabbed a few double skip sandwiches to help hustle to the boss. Because this isn't a very long dungeon. But you can get waylaid pretty good. So I'll meet you back here after I recover my magical points. And gain this level. Are we gaining any magic? See you in a sec. Yeah, Healing Omega, that's a great spell. That brings everyone back to life. Cures everybody. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, let's try to get through this battle as painlessly as possible. How are we gonna go about this now? Like this. Oh, wonderful. Okay, lovely. We're able to run away. So let's go ahead and use one of the double skip sandwiches. Who has it? Who has it? Oh, I really should just grab that mushroom. It's kind of like a safe point. But hey, we got a good run through here, but we'll probably have to fight a slew of enemies here. But that's not so bad. Excellent, we were able to run away from all of those battles. So now we are at this boss, full health. For all the difference it makes. So here we go. The third of the Your Sanctuary location. It's the second powered. Let's do this. You finally got here. This is the third of your places, but it's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. Alright, so we have the Trillion Age Tree Sprout, indicating that it's been a tree sprout for 1 trillion years. That's a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Flash despite what I said, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Flash. Actually, I'll cast Flash R, not Omega. And let's do Shield, because I believe this Tree Sprout can cast the Flash spell. And I don't want to have to deal with that. And we are going to Shield Killer him, because I believe he has a shield up. And should I Brain Shock? I think he's slow, so let's do a Brain Shock. Then we'll check next turn, if we have a chance. Didn't work. Excellent. Alright, get the shield up so we don't have to worry about being flashed. We could still get put to sleep, which is problematic. We have a teddy bear, so I don't know, maybe that'll be helpful. Okay, that didn't work. Numb, strange. Killed that one, okay, good. Okay, refresh Omega. Well, we're gonna have to use the neutralizer, that's all there is to it. We'll just have Paula spam... yeah, attack that teddy bear. We'll just have Paula spam Psy Shield for right now. So this numb one, I don't even really need to do anything to. It'll cast Magnet, but like, whatever. The Feeling Strange one, I guess we'll leave it to feel strange. Let's just have Ness start bashing. Let's do another Psy Shield. But Jeff can do the neutralizer. Eventually we'll check, but right now we can't really afford to. I don't know how much I want to spam Brain Shock until we check them. So we'll do a beam right now. We'll beam the Sprout. Till he doesn't do a refresh, then we'll check him. Hopefully he'll cast Flash this turn. I think he casts, like, Flash Omega, which... as I've shown, isn't great if it's done to you. It's very powerful on the monster sometimes, but you definitely don't want it happening to you. Yeah, that's fine. Sprout another Sprout. Okay, if you're gonna feel strange but still hit me, forget about it. Okay, so now we have a chance to... okay, so let's do... Fire Omega. Jeff, you check the Trillionage Sprout. Pooh, I'm gonna get you to Starstorm, because I want this riffraff out of here. Then maybe we'll cast Speed for good measure. So we won't see its HP or PP. Defense is pretty high, yeah, its speed's not great. Luck's pretty high. Vulnerable to fire, 1 in 3 flash, 1 in 10 hypnosis. Okay, so you'd be better off casting flash than going straight status ailments. If that's the path we're gonna take. Okay, this drain attack is nasty. You see that? 54 HP drained from Ness. Not good. Super Plush Teddy Bear, you served us well. Hey, the Confused Mobile Sprout actually did stuff that I wanted. So I'm gonna go ahead and... I kinda want to cast Flash again. So I'm going to. Flash... I don't want to hurl Thunder, there's too many enemies around. So let's do another Fire Omega. There's really no point in doing Defense Shower, because once it's just the Trillionage Sprout, he doesn't do physical attacks, he only does that drain attack. So there's really no need to do that. We can do Hungry Hit Point Sucker, though, and that will recover Jeff's hit points from these other fellers sitting around. So yeah, we'll just keep spamming Beam. We have a couple of bentos, so we may as well use Pooh's PP while he still has any. There we go. Jeff, full health once again. Okay, now I might bother to use Omega. Didn't work, but that mobile sprout is now numb. But now we gotta use the neutralizer again. Because I don't want him to take that kind of crazy healing. I really want to keep spamming Flash, because if he's gonna just lower my PP anyway. So we'll just go ahead and do another shield. Jeff will do another neutralizer. And you just keep casting Beam. As long as we neutralize every turn, he won't have a chance to heal. So we just gotta kind of keep on it. Or Tucson. There we go. I really do not want to get hit by Flash. I'm pretty sure he does Flash. There, now he's crying, but that doesn't matter. That's okay. Well, let's just hit him anyway. Let's just start doing damage. Throw some Thunder for fun. Thunder for Funder. Jeff, just do a bazooka. Let's just keep doling out some damage. Actually, Pooh, now's a good time as any to use a... No. Don't use a bento just yet. Because if I use a bento, then he drains. I'll feel awfully silly about doing that. We're doing a lot of damage, though. We might actually wipe him out pretty quickly. And I wouldn't complain about that. Because this fight can be really frustrating, but sometimes he puts everyone to sleep, then like drains you a bunch. Just Flash Omega, you really- yeah, Flash Omega, that's why you want the Psychic Shield. Because otherwise, most of your party might get wiped out. I mean, you could use Dark Pendants, but those are only 80% effective. Whereas the shield, the Psy Shield is 100% effective. So just use that instead. So, Ness, just go ahead and keep swinging. Keep swinging, you just throw more Thunder because I want to. Bazooka. And now we'll use the bento so he can use his drain ability. I mean, I could just try to fire Omega in the back, but... I'm pretty sure we're on point to mop the floor with him here. I feel like we're doing pretty big damage. He hasn't really been draining. He did the one drain. And we're getting in the way of all his refreshing. So let's just go ahead. Yeah, let's start using magic. Because if he does drain, then like whatever with the PP. Let's do fire, because mobile sprout up front. No. You use... What am I thinking? Do another Psy Shield, Neutralizer, and PK Beam. I don't think he's got much left. He can't have more than like 500 hit points, I wouldn't think. Like, we've been really hammering him. Let's see. See how it works out. It's good that our base speed makes us all go first. Because that won't be the case for the next fully powered Your Place boss. There you go. Don't let how that fight went make you think that this was an easy fight. That was just unbelievably lucky. And we got 3 more offense. But I mean, definitely use Psy Omega. Every time he does refresh, you use the neutralizer, then have Paula follow up with Psy Omega, with Psy Shield. Now, if Paula goes before Jeff, that could be a little more problematic. But I don't know, Jeff, excuse me, Jeff is really fast. 56, holy crap. 56 HP, like he got 4 vitality, so I thought he'd get like 40-something. 56. How much faster is... That was lucky. They're the same speed. Because if Paula had one more speed, that could have been a little harder to... Because she would have done Psi, and then Jeff would have done the neutralizer, which would neutralize the Psi, and then Trillionid Sprout could have done... Anyways, could have done Flash. And like, Paula's as fast as she can get. Jeff doesn't have anything for speed. I guess he just has a lot of natural speed. So maybe just give all your speed capsules to Paula and not Ness like I have been. Because if I came here like maybe 1-2 levels later, that could have went a lot differently. And consider us lucky that... Like, with the same speed, I'm surprised the game's like, yeah, Jeff goes first. I'd figure whoever's like first in I don't know how it decides it anyway. Ness thought he heard his mother from far away. She said, "Be a thoughtful, strong boy." Ness's soundstone recorded the melody of the Milky Well. So I'm just gonna make my way out of here. I'm gonna fight, not you guys, but fight the mushrooms and stuff. Just like I was saying, they give pretty good experience here. So it's not the worst idea to grind. Like, if we just go full bore here again. I mean, I guess I did show you already, so I don't need to, like, re-show you. But... So what I'm gonna do now is, we have buckets of time left over for this episode. I am not going to get another Your Place done, or even really get set up for it. What I will do is go around and collect some more photographs. As there are numerous photographs we haven't collected yet. And this would be the episode to do it, because I can't imagine the other ones will be this quick. The next Your Place boss we fight, the Plagrad of Doom, that's the one I'm most concerned about. Because he's really fast, and he hits really hard. So, let's try to get lucky. I don't think he has any shields, though, so that's positive. Anyway, I'll meet you back in Onet. Alright, we are back in Onet. So, the reason we are back here is so we can go buy our very own house. I'm sure Mom will be really happy that we managed to find our own home. So close to home. Then she could come and visit whenever she wants. So in case you weren't aware, if you want to buy your very own house, you come all the way down here to Beak Point. Talk to this gentleman. Doesn't this house look good? You can buy it for only $7,500. It has an ocean view, and the sunsets are beautiful. Folks should have a place like this of their own. Do you want to buy it? I do. Thank you. It's all yours now. Take some time and relax. I will. Thank you so much. So here's our beautiful home. Isn't it? It's huge. You see how, like, the back just goes on forever and ever. But if you stand right here, the photo guy jumps down from the attic to take a picture. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say... Fuzzy Pickles! What a great photograph. What a great photograph of the sea. Yeah, this isn't wallpaper or anything. It's like, there's just no back to it. For one, I love how you can't just go around the house and enter that way. For two, you can't even sleep in the bed. Like, what's that? Can't sleep in the bed, can't sleep on the couch, but you can check this drawer. You found an old magazine. Are you going to read it? Sure. My Secret Life, Chapter 3. Story from the previous chapter. I was neither a murder suspect nor a target for an international spy organization, but I drove a car down the Jersey Turnpike at 80 miles per hour. Police officer pulled me over and asked for my driver's license. He said I was going 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. I instantly pointed to my wife and said, "I'm in a hurry. My wife is in labor." Fortunately, my wife actually had a big stomach. I hoped he'd let me go with this excuse. "Oh, since it's an emergency, I'll lead you to the hospital with my police car," he said. "No, it's not necessary." "Why not?" asked the officer. Well, let's get going," said the officer. No, we can't. This baby's a demon child." I don't know where that was ever come up with. I think I've heard stories that like, Toei read, like, the creator of the game, like, read that somewhere. And that's, like, why it's here. But what I'm gonna do now is, there's still at least one photograph left in Summers. But first, I'm gonna go back to Scarabai after running into a wall. So let's use Pooh's teleport, because I am gonna actually go and get the broken parabolic antenna. We have the money for it. And I'm gonna, well, I'm going to allow you to join me for a bit, because I want to show something off that I was really late in noticing. Oh, also, there's actually a picture here that I didn't have taken. That I just remembered about, so that's fortunate. Yet another picture taken instantaneously. I'm still a photographic genius. Get ready for another instant memory, guys. Look at my camera and say, fuzzy pickers. I don't know what that was about, photo guy. You went really weird with that one. So what I want to point out is, I've never really bothered to go, like, most of the time when I play Mother 2, or Earthbound, rather, I never bother to go, well, let's just take it, I'll just continue telling my story and fight these guys, because we have, you know, PP and stuff. Did I actually show these dredged scorpions anyway? I think I tried to, but they weren't showing up. So let's check them. Anyways. Normally I would never go back to Dungeon Man in a normal playthrough. But if you do, and go back through the pyramid, there shouldn't be any enemies now. Which I didn't realize, but I want to just show that. Show that if that's indeed the case. So making the trip back to the broken parabolic antenna really shouldn't be all that taxing. Maybe I can just take you along for the ride, just to show you. Like, you still see some of these hieroglyphs here, that were here. That was an abrupt screen load, wasn't it? Something about that didn't seem right. But I didn't think that all the enemies here would disappear. So if you do want mummy wraps, you have to make sure that you get them your first time through. Because once you go through this whole area, I'm pretty sure that it's a clear walk through. Yeah, no enemies here any longer. So if you missed any treasures along here, it might not be the worst idea to just come back here now and do that. So there's a piece of advice for you. Let's grab a magic butterfly for good measure. Grab that broken parabolic antenna. I'm not sure how much IQ I actually need. How much IQ does Jeff have currently? 53? I forget how much he normally needs to fix the heavy bazooka in Earthbound. I'm under the impression that to fix the antenna in Mother 2 Deluxe, you need the IQ... Like the broken antenna and the broken bazooka's IQ repair amounts are swapped, but I could be wrong about that. I'm even gonna fight this Autobot. You're gonna watch me fight this Autobot. Octobot. Autobot. Transformers. So let's go ahead and... I don't think you can PK beam robots to death. Which I suppose makes sense, but they are twice as vulnerable to thunder attacks. Which I think I mentioned, but I'll mention again. What'd you leave? Ooh, lucky sandwich. Which I will not save for a rainy day. So let's just go ahead and buy that there broken parabolic antenna. If I have enough money left over, I might go ahead and buy a pencil rocket. But I want some more bentos, too. So actually, I wouldn't necessarily say don't get pencil rocket 20s. They're definitely useful against the fully powered Your Place bosses. But I think for you guys, I will abstain from using them for the Your Place bosses, just to show you it's possible. But we will buy this broken parabolic antenna. We don't have quite enough money anyways. What else do you have? Stuff that I'm just not going to buy. So that's fine and dandy. So let's just go back to Summers, see if we can't find that photograph on the beach. I know there is one. I don't think we got it. I just do not remember its location. So we'll just kind of wander up and down a little bit. Maybe we'll stumble across it. Well, we enjoy the nice weather that's not quite as scorching as Scarabai. I don't think it's around this lady who's like... She's the only other sprite in the game that looks like that woman in Threek Sprite. Oh, Oriental Boy. You're so cool and handsome. Oh, don't look at me that way. You're too charming. Okay. Whatever. I don't know what I'm supposed to make of that. Where's the picture? Did I already get it? I didn't think that I did. But I might just not have stood on the area. So I'm also trying to avoid the encounters on the beach. If I can. I just don't want to deal. But maybe what I should do is figure out where it is, and then maybe some other episode we can come back here and find it. We'll walk around here for a bit. There it is, we found it. Right in front of the Sanchez brother that's selling gelato for some reason. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius, if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Look at the camera, ready, say, fuzzy pickles. Why was it the goofy impression photo guy? So anyways, remember how before already we went to the Fourside Museum and got the bazooka? Well, that's where we're gonna go next time for the next episode of Mother 2 Deluxe and take on the fully powered Plague Rat of Doom. So let's just get all situated that way, but off screen I'm gonna go ahead and buy a few more bentos, maybe grab a skip sandwich or two. I don't know if skip sandwiches are really all that useful here. Because we're gonna be sludging through the sludge anyways. Sludging through the sludge puddles. So I'm going to end this episode here. So I want to thank you all so very much for joining for yet another edition of Mother 2 Deluxe. We have 2 more fully powered Your Place locations. Then probably come... I was going to say come Friday, but I don't... Come Thursday. Yeah, that day. Come Thursday, we'll do the 7th one, which is the regular powered up version. So we're getting near the end. I don't know how many more episodes it'll be, but we probably have at least like another week's worth after not tomorrow's episode, but the one after it. There's probably about 5 more after that. So thanks again. Don't forget the lard, and I'll catch you then. Try to avoid getting the plague from plague rats and stuff. It'd be good for your health.